false position method. In this method, we are going to solve the square root of 12 using false position method. So for solving this, take x is equal to square root of 12. So to make the equation, so square both sides, we will get x square is equal to 12. So take it on the other side, x square minus 12 is equal to 0. So take this as fx. fx is equal to x square minus 12. So this will be our nonlinear equation which we want to solve. So first of all, because we have to find the interval in which the roots of this equation lies. So by using the trial and error approach, we will try to find 2 points of x at which one point fx should be positive, fx is positive, and another point fx should be negative. So we want to find 2 points. So let's take x is equal to 0. So fx is equal to 0 square minus 12, that is minus 12, which is negative. Now at x is equal to 3, fx is equal to 3 square minus 12, that is 9 minus 12. So which is equal to 3 minus 3, which is also negative. So take x is equal to 4. So fx will be 4 square minus 12, that is 16 minus 12, that is equal to 4, which is greater than 0. So we have found these 2 points. At x is equal to 3, the value of fx is negative. At x is equal to 4, the value of fx is positive. So we can say our root will lie between 3 and 4. So it means interval in which we will find root is 3, 4. So let's go to first iteration and take x is equal to 3, x1 is equal to 3, x2 is equal to 4, and we will have to find the value of x3 by using this formula. x3 is equal to x1 into fx2 minus x2 into fx1 over fx2 minus fx1. So here we have 3 as x1, and it will be f of fx2, that is f of 4 minus 4 f of 3 over f of 4 minus f of 3. If you calculate it, it will be 3, 4 minus 4 and minus 3. So over 4 minus 3. So which will be equal to 24 over 7, and which comes out to be 3.4286. 3.4286. So value of x3 is 3.4286, and we need f of x3, means f of 3.4286, which is 3.4286 the square minus 12, and if you calculate it, it will be minus 0.2449, minus 0.2449, which is less than 0, means negative. So we will have to check according to this rule whether fx1 into fx3 is negative or positive. So fx1 into fx3. So you can see that fx1, which we have calculated in previous iteration, that is f of 3 is negative. fx1 in the previous iteration, you can previously we have calculated f of 3 is equal to minus 3 which is less than 0. So this is f of x1. So f of x1 is less than 0, f of x3 is less than 0, so multiplication will be greater than 0. And if multiplication is greater than 0, you will change x1 to x3. So x1 is equal to x3 which is 3.4286. So this will be the new value of x1. So new interval will be 3.4286, 4. So for next iteration this will be x1 and this value will be x2. So let's move to next iteration, and in this iteration take x1 is equal to 3. Take x1 is equal to 3.4286 and x2 is equal to 4. That has not been changed. And from the previous iteration you have seen that f of x1 means f of 3.4286 is equal to minus 0.2449, minus 0.2449 which is less than 0, and f of x2, that is f of 4, which already we have calculated 4, is equal to 4. Now x3 can be calculated by this formula, x1 into fx2 minus x2 fx1 over fx2 minus fx1. So by using this formula and substituting values, so you have to substitute values for these, which are 3.4286, 3.4286, and it should be multiplied by 4 minus 4 into minus 2449, and it must be divided by 4 minus 0.2449, and if you solve this you will get the value of 3.4616. So this is the value of x3. You need f of x3, that is f of 3.4616, which is 3.4616 square minus 12, and which comes out to be minus 0.0176, 0.0176, which is less than 0. So fx3 is less than 0, fx1 is less than 0, and fx1 into f of x3 is greater than 0, because both fx1 and fx3 are less than 0. And if fx1 into fx3 is greater than 0, then we have to change x1 is equal to x3. So x1 is equal to x3, the value of x3 is 3.4616. So next interval is 3.4616, 4. So we will take these value for next iteration. So in iteration third we will take x1 is equal to 3.4616 and x2 is equal to 4. So f of x1, as we have calculated in the previous iteration, 0.0176, and f of x2 is equal to 4. So x3, by using this formula, again x3 will be equal to 3.4616 multiplied by 4 minus 4 into minus 0.0176. Substitute value of all these variables, and with 4.4 plus 0.0176 is equal to 3.4640. So this will be the value of x3, and if we calculate f of x3, that is f of 3.4640, which will be equal to 0.001, and this value is negative. So it means this is negative and fx1 is negative, so fx1 into fx3 will be positive. So if fx1 into fx3 is positive, then x1 have to change. x1 is equal to x3, that is 3.4640, and it means the next interval will become 3.4640, 4. Now you can see that in the previous calculation we have the value 3.4616, and now we have 3.4640. If you see the first three digits, 3.46 and 3.46, so it is the same, and in case we need the answer correct up to 2 decimal places, then we have got this answer. And if you need answer up to 3 decimal digit or 4 decimal digit, then you have to do more iteration. We stop here, we need just answer up to 2 decimal digits. So solution is x is equal to 3.46. So this will be your answer. Thank you.